Allotted, please rise. Shall we all please rise to receive the remains of Honorable Agnes Fema Koba.
So the issues were raised during our debate. If you want to invite them on question time, that's a separate matter. But 3 ministers will be here. No, 2 ministers and one head of the energy, agriculture, and stuff like that under the office of the president. It will be here, and I will give him special leave to respond to some of the issues. Thank you very much. Proceed.
Motion of thanks to His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio. Fourth allotted day. Debate continues.
Hold on. Where is your list? Yeah, bring your list. Honourable members, do we still maintain the 15 minutes? Do we still maintain the 15 minutes? It is to you. Leader, do we still maintain the 15 minutes?
You know, today's only by leaders. It's a rounding up.
So let's do 10. So
we cannot reduce it like that. We reduce the number, not time. Today is rounding up.
hope we don't do
Online television.
Time.
Leader of government, do you want to say anything?
No, I don't think it.
No. Hold on, you two. I'm waiting for the list. The list from the opposition and the list from the government bench. We'll maintain the 15 minutes, but for the leaders, the leader of opposition and the leader of government business, there will be no time. So whatever you could not say, tell your leader. Yes.
So we have the option of 5 minutes.
Honorable Hawa Conte.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, our beloved people of Sierra Leone, I stand to join my colleagues as we examine the governance record and the sectorial achievements set out by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, delivered on the occasion of the state's opening on the third session of the 6th Parliament of Sierra Leone in August 2025. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I think this Parliament must fully acknowledge and accept the comments of His Excellency the President in point 5 of his address, where he openly expressed that he admired the leadership and the membership of this Parliament. I think we must acknowledge him for that. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I took great interest on the aspect of food security. It is good that there has been an improvement on the construction of roads from 35 kilometers of roads, which I made mention of last year, to 420 kilometers of road, where Kwenadugu district is not included. However, it beats my imagination when you hear about the construction of 420 kilometers of roads that enable agricultural productivity, and Kwenadugu and Falaba districts are not included. Kwenadugu represents a significant boost of products like vegetable, cow meat, cow milk, rice, among many others. But yet still, the main road leading to Kabbalah, still remains as a dead trap. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Kwenadugu has been deprived of many things. No electricity, poor access to basic, senior and tertiary education, poor health facility, to name but few. We must therefore not be deprived of a good road, which is very crucial to the feed salon project. I am directly pleading to you, the President of Sierra Leone, through Mr. Speaker, to consider the road between Makeni and Kabbalah as a priority. Please, Mr. President, if not for the hard-working and lovely people of the twin districts, Kwenadugu and Falaba, but for the sake of your field salon project, consider this road as a priority. members, I am ready to put my credential on the line to state that Sierra Leone can never achieve food security if road infrastructure to Kwenadugu and Falaba are excluded. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I want to believe that even Madam First Lady is not pleased with the neglect of the road to Kabbalah, because she was there not too far. Who knows whether that is why she had her earphones on when the president was speaking. She's not pleased. She joined us to protest the people of Kwenadugu. On a more serious note, Mr. Speaker, I think it is completely unfair to talk about road infrastructure without including Kwenadugu and Calabar. We are totally left out. Talking about roads, I must at this point state that it will appear as if this government has a broad vision on road construction. The vision is so broad that even in southeast, even in southeastern routes, to this parliament, it's not just shamefully bad, but ridiculous. Coming from Sakina Road, it's not just only bad, but ridiculous. Honorable members, the people will be right to consider this as a private outlet in public swallow. SA2, Mr. Speaker, gentry people and they work on a bad road. We are decision makers. Decision determines influence. So if we cannot cater for ourselves, what else can we do? Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I was also taken aback to hear that this government has increased access to education. At first, I thought it was a typographical error that missed quantity for quality. The figure may show an increase in the quantity, but the reality shows a significant decrease in the quality of education. I have seen with my own eyes children still sitting on mere sticks and mud blocks to access education. This is painful and shameful for 21st century Sierra Leone. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, it is clear that one of the reasons why the quality of education is on the downside is because the government is either not able or willing to pay the cost. Mr. President must be bold. Mr. President must be bold to make true confession. You know, Mr. Speaker, true confession is good for the soul. The money is not there to provide free quality education for our country. That it cannot provide free quality education for our country. And good profession is good for the soul. It will set you free. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I have two recommendations. I have two recommendations for the government on this matter. One, the government should use the limited funds they have to pay more attention in taking care of the welfare of the children, the teachers, and the wash facilities in our government schools. Mr. Speaker, wash facilities in our government schools is a story for another day. It's nothing to write home about. Secondly, mainly, the president can also consult the former president, Alex Baikoroma, the man of wisdom, to advise him on this matter. We cannot sit and observe this government leading us to a path where we are not heading from. It is very challenging. The wrong path where we are not heading from. So, Mr. Speaker, it is very important for us as decision makers to represent our people very well. We should not be sitting here clapping hands, praising the president. We need to represent our people. We need to discuss issues that are affecting. And in reality on the ground, we are not moving anywhere. We are stuck. We are not moving anywhere. So, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I want all of us to work together as a team. The reality is already there. We have so many schools, so many government schools that do not have wash facilities. So many schools. Even the school feeding programs. There is a big challenge with the school feeding program. Many schools do not receive their school feeding programs on time. Even for the ones that receive it on time, there are so many issues surrounded with that. So, Mr. Speaker, we also need to monitor the school feeding program. There are challenges that we need to work on for us to succeed. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. And I want to take this special opportunity to thank you for appointing me to be part of this debate. This wonderful speech that was delivered by no less a person but our able President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Dr. Julius Madabio. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I bring you greetings from Miami District and my cluster 094. Because now is PR system, we'll be talking about the district as a whole. So I bring you greetings both from the opposition and the ruling for the good work that His Excellency has been doing and is ready to do more. My people have asked me to say thanks. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, talking about thank you, it's not only saying thank you to individuals. You just can't get up one day and say thank you. Thank you for what? You have to tell the person the good things that he has done or what he has done for you to deserve this big thank you. And that is why we are here today. to say thanks to His Excellency, the President, for his speech that he delivered. I just want to give some justification. Say thank you to His Excellency. Baraka Siga Baraka He says, and I quote, I feel the weight, that is the last.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you.
My cluster 094. Because now is PR system, we'll be talking about the district as a whole. So I bring you greetings, both from the opposition and the ruling, for the good work that His Excellency has been doing and is ready to do more. My people have asked me to say thanks. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, talking about thank you, it's not only saying thank you to individual. You just can't get up one day and say thank you. Thank you for what? You have to tell the person the good things that he has done or what he has done for you to deserve this big thank you. And that is why we are here today, to say thanks to His Excellency, the President, for his speech that he delivered. I just want to give some justifications why. And I will bring you to paragraph 1 and just give you 2 lines, the last line of the first paragraph and paragraph 2, the last line. That justifies us to say thank you to His Excellency. Baraka Siga Baraka. He says, and I quote, I feel the weight, that is the last, I feel the weight of that trust and the responsibility it demands. That is talking about us, the citizens. He felt the weight. And also, he said, and I quote, and I commend you for your service, especially in critical moments, that you understand the responsibility. He said he commend us. That is us, the honorable members in this house. If somebody has recognized you and commend you, you know, commendation is thank you and appreciation. Why can't we appreciate the man for once? So, Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, thank you very much for recognizing the fact that the honorable members are here, for this house is doing their justice and credence to the people who represented them. And also, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I made some short jottings just to whet your appetite. I don't want to bore you with everything in this bill, in this speech. Of course, the bill is the budget. Sorry, this speech is very, very much important. It's what it's the truth and nothing but the truth that is being said here. Because all of you can testify that what His Excellency said in this speech is the truth. What we should be talking about debate. Debate is not only about talking. And I want to say thank you to the critics. Yes, that is why you be paid. Criticize, but provide solutions. And I want to say, okay, good.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Speaker, calling your attention to the time is past 12. I move that 8:05 to suspend the process of the House to continue. Thank you.
Any seconder?
I do second, Mr. Speaker.
All those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Proceed.
In talking about debating, It's just only criticizing. Criticize and proffer solutions. And I want to say thank you to those who raised their voices in appreciation to His Excellency the President. God will appreciate you. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the first judging that I took from this speech is the tone and framing of the speech. The speech was decisively optimistic and achievable. Everything that is being declared there is the truth, as I said. Then also the man mentioned about welfare of our boys, our youths that are languishing there, talking about this bush issue. Yes, he raised concern about the seriousness of the social challenge that he's thinking about. So that shows that he has passion for his people because he called the attention of the people and this bush issue. It is not, it is not in his DNA about leaving people behind. And he also, I'm going to do it quickly, and also he talked about national unity, to leave partisan aside and work in the interest. Just like how my colleagues have said, let us come together as one. Let us be united. Leave partisan. Let us talk about the factors, the real fact of what is happening in this country. He also mentioned about data-driven approach. He mentioned about anti-corruption and the progress so far anti-corruption has made in raising funds from the corrupt people. That's one again he mentioned about it. And the ambitious targets, things that he wants to see it done, talking about electricity and talking about women. I don't want to go to bore you. I don't want to emphasize. Of course, the empowerment of women is on course. So he spoke about that. And he really wants to see it done. And most of the things talking about electricity, we are seeing the results as of now. And also, the most important thing that he mentioned was the strategic international position. People kept on saying, President is traveling. President travels a lot. You go to the social media. You even ask other people, they will start. President, yes. He has all right to travel. He is the chief diplomat. He needs to go. He will not be seated in his, comfort zone to achieve all what he has achieved. They need to see him in person. Look at what he has achieved. Chairman of ECOWAS will be sitting here. Will he be sitting here to have been recognized? And when during his speech in UN, I hope if you are there or if you are following, you just don't want to clap. You just don't want to appreciate the man. But you heard the applaud that was given to him. Tiny Sierra Leone, leading all other countries. And he was the man who was bold enough to say ceasefire to other countries. And it's now echoing. I heard from other countries that they are ceasing fire now. And that is because it is coming from a small country. And people appreciated the fact. So that is why it's moving on. And people say, travel. He has all right. Mr. President, thank you. Travel. As long as you are bringing goodies for us, as long as you are bringing investors, as long as you are bringing things that are relevant in our country, don't sit, travel. You have the right. You are the chairman, and you are the chief diplomat. They didn't say from states when they are asking for states ministers or presidents. Then you go and say, I am the Minister of Foreign Affairs. They will say you are not serious. But the man himself, as you see him, charisma, good, well built, handsome. And you see the people, they give us extra accolade for presenting that type of president. So glad, Mr. President, thank you, travel. We are with you. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, he also mentioned about democratic reforms and unity. That man is not a greedy president at all. He spoke about PR system. And the PR system, the new PR system, is not only going out to be limited to only elected members of parliament or executive. He said he was going to expand it. So which means he's not greedy. As for to the person where they say, no, put in shape, now bad person. No. So he said, let us come together. So tomorrow, Nobody will say, I don't know. Or they have sat when APC wins, everybody goes. Well, even though you are qualified, you go. Or when SLPP wins, everybody go. This time, he said, well, if I win your percentage, send your person. So at the same time, all of us will follow the trend. So that is what he meant about PR system. I am a beneficiary. I know everybody will benefit from there. So let us disagree to agree, my brothers. I know when that time comes, you will vote in favor of the PR system. Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, as stated, Sierra Leone is the most peaceful country in West Africa and the fifth most peaceful in Africa and 57th globally according to the 2025 index. You see, we are very peaceful because the person, the principal who is leading the school is peaceful. If the principal who leads the school is aggressive, definitely all the school boys, all the children will be aggressive. But because it's peaceful, that is why every Sierra Leonean is very peaceful. And that is why everywhere we go, we'll be represented. See me, a president for female caucus in the ECOWAS parliament. And see him there as the president of the chairman of states, of the heads of states. And see the wife, he's the chairman or the president of African First Ladies. So you see, there are so many, even the information minister, and even people who are coming from Sierra Leone, they are highly represented. And let me say about the achievements. The achievements are measurable, the investments are substantial, the strategic vision is clear, and everything is on track. So there is no way you can criticize, or anybody can criticize. You just criticize for criticisms. But you have to say the truth. We know that you just don't want to see it. You just don't want to answer.
Your time is up. I'll give you 2 minutes.
Thank you very much. Before I conclude, Mr. Speaker, talking about roads. I am here representing Kagoro Chiefdom. It's heart-rending, Mr. Speaker. People want to politicize this thing, but I will not accept it and I will not agree. Since APC days, they have been promising, even to Ernest by Kroma, each time I was sitting there, each time he mentions about road, he will mention about Kagoro. And even as of now, I want to assure the people of Kagoro, people are saying, all the youths who are there, people are inciting them to come and demonstrate, to take the law into their hands. But I am appealing to you, Mr. Speaker, to engage the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Works and the Minister and the DG of Road Transport of SLRA. So please pay attention to Kagoro. It's a deadly place. Kagoro is very, very important. Economic-wise, we have fish, we have everything. They are talking about agriculture. The land is so fertile. So please, Mr. Speaker, I would like the people of Kagoro to be assured that it's not anything promised. In fact, the contractor for the road, for the maintenance of that road is here. The first Tricom is here in this way. So here that we are pushing and we are ready for his work. He came yesterday and we want to engage the stakeholders so that we can meet together as a team to work in the interest of the people of Kagoro. So I'm calling you Kagorians, please exercise patience. It's not fake. It's not because people are calling me witch, they are calling me this, and they don't understand the role of honorable members. My role is to advocate, like what I'm doing. So please, I am advocating and appealing to the people. So please help me. So please help me to advocate. Be partners. The chairman for the committee on works. Please, I'm asking that we engage these people so that we can have a dialogue. That is why the contractor is here, is around, so that we can work together as a team. So please help my people in Kagoro, because we just have one way, and that is the sea route. And it's very dangerous because we are hearing about sea disasters. We have got that in 2009, about that disaster that took 280 souls perished. So we don't want a repeat of that. So please, I'm appealing to the entire house and my honorable members from Mayamba district and even Bo. Please let us work together as a team and Kujel, because it's Southern Province. Let us work. It's beneficial. They will carry fish for you. They will do everything, coconut oil, and beautiful women are there. They will give you all those things. So please help us so that we can alleviate poverty in that part of the country. With that, thank you very much. Cambodians, be rest assured that Cambodia Road will make power. Thank you very much.
Honorable Abdul Karim Kamara.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know.
Today is the final day for this debate. Let's proceed.
I don't want to interrupt. Mr. Speaker, we are live on here. The Honorable from Gambia said he recruited more than 21,000.
People's manifesto commitment. And that's of the commitment he made in his first speech in this way. He criticized the 11.5% GDP revenue to GDP ratio he inherited. He inherited 11.5% GDP to revenue ratio. Mr. Speaker, when you look at his performance now, Mr. Speaker, it is saw this now that we should be world as a nation. The revenue to GDP ratio now stood at 8.8, the lowest in over 15 years, Mr. Speaker. So what can you tell me that the economy is performing? It is not performing, and that is why this government is heavily dependent on donors. It cannot rely on local revenue generation. And guess what, Mr. Speaker? Yet it is attributing the low performance of revenue to just NRA, so say because of compliance. When you and I know, when you go into the audit report, you know the causes, Mr. Speaker. MDS are deducting withholding taxes, they are deducting pay taxes, they are deducting jet taxes. Over to NRA. That is the meaning of this government, Mr. Speaker. Even central government, when they did not pay taxes, they don't pay. How do you expect NRA to try? We know the reasons. We all know the excessive waivers that we are granting to investors. I don't think an effective opposition, Mr. Speaker, would have seen government spending over 7 million without any check, without any return from government, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I want to last day, Mr. Speaker. The president promised for a friendly climate investment for private sector. Mr. Speaker, and that is evident, Mr. Speaker. When you go to Gum Tree, Mr. Speaker, in Pujo, in Kalau, it is struggling to survive. Yes. The Sierra Tropical natural habitat, which was operating in Pujo, has folded up. Mr. Speaker, the land oil comes from Nigeria has folded up. Yeah. When you go to Kono, the Mayan mining is almost full. It's inside the pure maintenance. This is serious. The Sarah Diamonds are swallowed up. Periolis are swallowed up, Mr. Speaker. That is enough to tell you that the president is doing little or nothing to promote private sector growth. On that last day, Mr. Speaker, I want to talk about climate issue of the rocket issue is very important, and that's why Mr. Speaker should be tested. Because he likes talking about climate change.
Hold on, I added 2 minutes for you, Andy.
Just a second, Mr. Speaker, please, sir. 5 seconds, please.
Okay, 30 seconds.
Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, the issue of Rokel is very important. And when I speak about Rokel, I say it with passion because it connects all of us today here today, Mr. Speaker. The only river that has the proclivity or that has the tendency to provide sustainable water supply and energy generation for this country is the Oke River. We have a duty to make sure that we prevent it from being extinct again, like we have not for our river. Again, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Simeon Johnny, sorry.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for according me this opportunity to lend my voice to this all great debate. First of all, I want to thank His Excellency the President, His Excellency Retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, for a well summarized and achievable speech that was delivered to this House. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me first of all go to the fifth salon. And when we are talking about what President Bio has done for this country, and we always refer to him as first of its kind, it agitates other people. But we have records. We have records. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I want the sergeant at arm. I'm going to do this my debate in the form of the court proceedings. Why? Whatever I say here, I will want the sergeant at arm to take the evidence or exhibit for it to be tendered to the speaker or whosoever will be opposed to what I'm saying for it to so let the sergeant at arms stand by because I'm going to need no punishing with evidences.
What is that? What is that?
Evidences of what I'm going to say. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, ever since Sierra Leone was declared as an independent.
Put your mic on.
My mic is off, sir.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, when I'm talking about agriculture, when His Excellency the President declared the fifth salon pronouncement as his topmost priority, we saw the consistency. In agriculture, you have to know the nutrient content of the land. Ever since there have never been a land survey that was ever conducted, how can you be serious with agriculture when you don't know the nutrient content of your soil? So the first thing the president do was to conduct a land survey to know exactly where to plant ginger, where to plant rice, where to plant cassava, and what have you. After that, we come to what they call seed. You cannot do serious agriculture when you don't have seeds. So, for us that have been trained as seed scientists, we know that there are stages of seed. One, you have breeder seed, you have foundation seed, you have certified seed, and you have grains. So, just a week ago, the president was in Mambolo, where he launched 36 varieties of seeds to show how determined he is with the Field Salon project. And after that, you talk about the number of farm input. If you go to Tomahawk today, Mr. Speaker, and see the massive work that is ongoing, for what? For irrigation purposes. And hence that one is achieved. We'll be experiencing harvesting 3 times a year. That is what they call serious agricultural activity. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, after that, you see a loan facility was established at the Bank of Sierra Leone for farmers to go there and access loan. and himself also practicalize what he is doing. He's the only president in the history of this country that owns an agricultural farm. He could have taken that farm to bond, but no. He knew that Komon-Tok had been deprived for quite a long time, Mr. Speaker. When His Excellency, when I was growing up at Tintafor, together with the leader of the opposition, by the Salishas, we have our politician by the name of Sori Ibrahim Kuroma, Esai Kuroma. He used to give scholarship to young boys from Komon-Tok district to go and study in Abeokuta in Nigeria. And when these people return, you don't see them practicalizing any other thing. But when we have, a particular moonlight show, that is when Bolobine is going to come out in Komon-Tok. That is where you will see what these people were trained. Or when people beside have a show, that is where you see our trainees from Abeokuta, from Osun State, from Ogun State, demonstrating what they have been taught in Nigeria. But His Excellency the President, you know what he did? He decided to take his agricultural farm to Komon-Tok district. 2 months ago, when I was returning from Kono, myself and the caucus leader, we went to the farm in order to acquire few eggs. Do you know what? There's a supermarket in Komon-Tok called the Komon-Tok supermarket. We met 40 cartons of egg that were procured by that Komon-Tok supermarket. And I learned that the owner of that Komon-Tok supermarket is a member of parliament. So directly is a beneficiary of what President Bio is doing at his farm. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, that farm, they have 450 workers. President Bio could have taken that to one and provide that job. But because he believed in the people of Komon-Tok, that is why he decided to provide that job opportunity. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I heard people talking about the deplorable condition of their road. The road leading from Gunguna to Benugu. Mr. Speaker, in the 5th Parliament, you all enacted, progressive leaders enact progressive laws. When you enacted the Mines and Mineral Development Act, there's a provision that gives 1% to all mining companies. Is that not so? And mining communities. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, exhibit number 1. I'm telling this one for your edification and the edification of the speaker and for whosoever is opposing it. This is a procurement document done by Mafoki and Madam Pachido. In this procurement document, you have 11 lots that they are using what they are getting from those mining companies for the benefit of their communities, ranging from the rehabilitation of schools, building of clock towers, building of roads, providing solars and all the rest. So my question is, what are they doing with what is given to the people in Gunguna and Benugu? Why can't you start with it? If you are getting over $3 million, if you have got over $3 million, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I was searching Alibaba this morning in order to know the price of a caterpillar, the price of a tractor loader, a price of what they have received. Is enough to establish a whole construction company. If your colleagues in Mafoki and Marampa, they are utilizing this money for the benefit of their people, what are you doing with your own money? And you are here, baby, crying. Go and ask your mining communities and your authorities that what they are doing with their money. Tell them, let us use this money to start fixing our road before government comes in. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, it will interest you. And before I wrap this, my speech,
Mr. Speaker.
When we went to Komon-Tok is in Tongolili. I work for a construction firm as a consultant. When the bill was put out for the transformation of Komon-Tok to that of a bridge, we went there on what? On site visit. I met an old woman who have lost her husband and son together to a crocodile attack because there was no bridge. And when we appeared, and the people saw us, and we told them that we are here to have a first-hand information because we are coming to fix this bridge. The people burst into singing. Mr. Speaker, I will answer too. Do you know what they said? SMPP, Tibakirimo, Tibarana Takuma. SMPP, Tibakirimo, Tibarana Takuma, Tibarana Takuma, Tibarana Takuma. SMPP, Tibakirimo, Tibarana Takuma. Mr. Speaker,
Leader, sit down.
My second language is Tene. The meaning of that in Tene, SFPP will pay you, but will pay you inside the box.
Yes.
You see how desperate. And when we were leaving the town, then the last person said, I want SO2. SFPP, Tatekodi, Doi. Yes. Tatekodi, Doi. And I asked the person sitting by me, what does that person mean? He said, it is SFPP who is there, and we are going to leave him there. Tatekodi, Doi.
Mr. Speaker,
That's what the scenario. That's what the scenario. Please.
So anytime someone attempts to make ridicule of my tribe, I take offense as Speaker. My comment is because the Kono man got he managed to say something, even though we pronounce all the words, we are totally out of the game. But all the people mentioned offense as Speaker. Every Mr. Speaker, you know there are 2 ways to vote. You can vote for or against. The people meant they are going to vote against them. We are going to leave them as voting against them always as that's why people like Mr. Speaker. So continue.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, somebody, this particular song cannot be sung when the person is annoyed or he has issue with you. He always sing it when he has confidence in you and trust in you. Mr. Speaker, I'm finally grounding my debate on health. And I also call the Sergeant Attack for exhibit number 2. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me use this opportunity to invite the entire Sierra Leone Parliament to Komon-Tok District on the 25th of October, where we are going to commission, the government of Sierra Leone is going to commission a maternity of excellence, one of the best in the entire Northern region. If you see what is there, you see the logo
Mr. Speaker,
of the government of Sierra Leone.
Sit down.
Mr. Speaker, I want to assure the NC that I'll be one of those NCs who be attending. But I want to inform me,
Mr. Leader,
that project coordinated from the previous government. It was taken there by PIA. It was one of the first.
Mr. Leader, please take your seat.
That we are taking to Komon-Tok. So believe government is continuity. And that's the only reason why we go down to the
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, when my sister was talking yesterday, my sister was talking about hospitals going without oxygen, going without oximeters. This is another exhibit number 3 for the identification of Mr. Speaker and the leader whosoever want to oppose. This particular list is analyzing all the hospitals in Sierra Leone that are presently having oxygen plant. Yes, oxygen plant. The only hospital that does not have an oxygen plant presently in Sierra Leone is the one at Cameroon. Because it is feeding. I have this one. I can second account. You can come and give it to the honorable member. No, this is exhibit. We don't exchange exhibit this house because it's not. Exhibit number 4.
Mr. Speaker, is deceiving this house.
No, exhibit number 4. Exhibit number 4. You give it to Mr. Speaker to sign. Then you give it because I'll need my information back. Yes. Then Mr. Speaker sign on them, and then you give it to the honorable member. And she was talking about having an hospital. No, in the entire Komon-Tok, we only have 2 hospitals. There is a difference between a PHU, CSC, a BEMO, and that of the hospital. And we only have 2 hospitals in the entire Komon-Tok. The Lunge Government Hospital, and that of the Komon-Tok Government Hospital. Any other one falls within the description and identification of an hospital.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. In Lunge, we also have the Bible Memorial Hospital. It's a complete hospital. Not the Lunge Government Hospital. One also
Mr. Speaker, as I said, this speaker is deliberately deceiving this house.
Mr. Speaker, I'm talking about government-owned hospitals. Government-owned hospitals.
Yes, but you are denying the fact that I said to you I have a hospital. There's evidence of that. Mr. Speaker.
Yes, hold on, Honorable Johnny. Yes.
The hospital I built housed over 70 patients. It was opened by the Vice President Julde in this country. It's not hidden. The records are there and it's on Facebook. I built a hospital by myself, not in a group. Furnished with beds, blood pressure machine, everything you can call a hospital for, including water facility and a special maternity ward. And it was opened by the Right Honorable Julia Jallo. The evidence are there.
Mr. Speaker, I still maintain what I've been saying. When we are talking about hospital, there are specifications and qualifications that particular facility has to meet before it is referred to as a hospital. But by the way, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, as I was saying, if you go, people are saying, what have they done? We want to appreciate President Bio. What President Bio have done for Kono, and I want to pay special tribute to the Honorable Paramount Chief, PC Bogaba Sapi, and that of Papa Cheneka. These are the people who have constructed a 16-bed annex hospital. That annex hospital I'm talking about, it has a 4x6 bed, 42 inches television. It has 11,000 BTU AC condition, air conditioner inside. It has a sofa and a space for 3 plastic chairs. If you go to Pedu Government Hospital, the annex is nowhere to be found anywhere in Sierra Leone. I invite you. And if I go through PIH records, Mr. Speaker will thank President Bio for transforming Kono from a place that is known for diamond to a place that is known for rescuing and saving the lives of people. We are now operating a medical touristic center. Last year alone, Kwadu government was received 11,589 patients out of Kwadu city. And all these people that are going there, they must have bought cold water, they must have bought orange, they must have rented, they must have done this. So that is why even though we have the Kwadu list, mining is closed, but the hospital also is pushing the situation. As I'm talking to you now, the government is assigning 600 medical personnel to work at Kwadu Government Hospital. Mr. Speaker, this is what President Yo have done for the people of Kono. And ever since, they only know us as the husband students. Look at my leader, Honorable Salma Silamina. He was a refugee in the refugee college. But today, I can start, I told my children, you start your education here and you become a professor, even reaching machine. That facility has been extended to Kono. You start there, not the school, and you become a professor, even without leaving Kono. It is only under the watch of President Bio that we are enjoying this one today. I want to thank President Bio. Finally, we all know that we have got former presidents who have served as members of parliament. Is that not so? But we all knew from 4th, 5th parliament, those of us that were here, there was nothing like anything. I will not call name. But today, I believe we are all appreciating. Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, I was going to give you 1 minute.
Okay, sir.
Your time is up. Are you done?
No, I'll utilize the 1 minute, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, when we are talking about electricity, it will be good for you. I don't know whether you will be privileged to attend this all August occasion in Kono. When you are flying the Kono-Matotoka highway, you begin to see places like Matotoka. Matotoka is now electrified. We are just waiting for them to energize and the people begin to enjoy 24-hour electricity. If you go to Makali, it's the same testimony. You go to machinery, it's the same testimony. You go to Goton. Goton is why I'm referencing Goton. Goton is the only place and you see a thatch roof that is being connected to a national grid. Yes, we know about what is going on in Lunge. We know what is going on in meeting. Just now, the chairman for presidential, I believe he's going to say it here this afternoon. He has signed a power purchase agreement for 40 megawatts in Kamakwe, Mr. Speaker. So what else are you castigating President Bio for? Is President Bio not unique? Is President Bio not one of his kind? Is President Bio is not fantastic? Mr. Speaker, I'll leave you with this one. Wherever determination is predominant, failure can never dismantle the flag of success. Thank you very much.
Honorable Daniel Roman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to use this opportunity to thank His Excellency the President for his speech he graciously delivered to this Honorable House on 7th of August 2025. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, it's a normal tradition that on that fateful day, our role is to listen and to take notes. And then his own role as a senior member of parliament is to address this house and by extension the nation. But today, we are here to critique and to appreciate what he said on that day, and his own role now is to listen. and I believe he's listening. Mr. Speaker, honorable member, it is not my style usually to respond to previous speakers, because most times out of experience, it sometimes brings unnecessary rancor and then it eats into my time. So I will ignore that one, except just one addition. One addition. What did we do with the fastest growing economy in 2014? What did we do as a government? The Honorable from Togolini has said it all. I have only one addition. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, you and I know that as members of the 4th Parliament, your salary and my salary was over 6,000. Because of the fastest growing economy, it was increased 100% from 6 to 12,000. And it was paid for nearly a year. It was paid before the 20th. For the first time in this country, salaries are paid before the 20th of every month.
It's not possible.
Oh, no, it is possible. It is possible. Some salaries were paid on the 16th. We received some on the 16th, some on the 18th. For nearly a year, we received salaries before the 20th.
Mr. Speaker.
Even during Ebola.
I don't want to interrupt. I have said, you know.
Mr. Speaker, this one, you are witness.
Mr. Speaker.
I'm Minister of Finance, they are listening to us.
Hold on.
Nurses, teachers, civil servants, they are listening.
Hold on. Yes,
Mr. Speaker, thankfully enough, I was in the 4th Parliament. Our salaries were increased from 6,000 to 9,000 and not 11,000. And the year after, there was a general increment of 15% that affected our salary that increases it to 11,000. What he said was because of the fastest growing economy, our salary was moved from 6,465 to 11,000. That's not the case, sir. And we have never been paid before the 20th. We have never been paid before the 20th. We were paid 27, 26, 28, but we have never in the 4th Parliament. Maybe they were paying them APC before us. But as a Parliament, on this, we are on Mr. Speaker, in this Parliament, the increment was 6 to 9, and the general increment from 9 to 11, and not from 6 to 11. Please.
Noted.
Thank you.
Yes, honorable.
You get it. You get it. That's Speaker. This member was saying so much to tell his commercial bank. That was why his salary was 9,000.
No, that's not the increment.
Even based on your response, Mr. Leader, your very response has proven me right. At least you agree that there was an increment.
I agree.
Then you're proving me right.
No.
You're proving me right. That was one of the gains. That was one of the gains. That increment was one of the gains of the fastest growing economy in this country. And I can challenge you at any quarters that even during Ebola, salaries were paid before 20 years. I can challenge you in any quarters. We can come with documents here from Minister of Finance. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, today,
one more minute.
I open number.
One more minute.
Yes, honorable, proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
One more minute.
Mr. Speaker, today, in fact, from now on, for the remaining 2 years plus, we are going to use a new style in our presidential debates and even budget debates and even other debates. As usual, but we will tell you now the best way forward. We will flag the issues, we will propose solutions for 2 reasons. One, for you to seize points and make use of those solutions to ensure that this country succeeds. Because we are in this together. That is one reason. The second reason, if you fail to take notes, then another reason is to tell you that as government in the making is already leakage. Leakage in the sense, if you fail to do it, then that is what we will do as government in the making. So I advise that whenever we flag issues here, we provide solutions, take notes. It is not out of bad faith, because we believe we are in this together. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in appreciating His Excellency and appreciating his speech, we must agree to some extent that rice used to be about 1 million under this government. There is now some form of downward trend from 1 million to 700,000. Yes. But I encourage you to go further down. That figure is still difficult for farmers or for local consumers to cope with. 600 to 700 to 750 is still not acceptable. It used to be 1 million, now 700, 6 something, yes. There's a downward trend, but it is still not there. We are still not there. At least, let it be 450, 500, 450, 500, at least. That is one of our advice. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we agree that at least for the past 2-3 months, in the western area, in Freetown, at least there has been some form of steady electricity supply. Yes. It has been steady a little bit, yes, we agree. Our query, by way of advice, is that look into the tariff, the cost. The supply is better now, better than 3 months ago. It is a little bit steady now. Keep it up. But on the cost, it is still unacceptable. Look into the cost and bring it a little bit down. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, on the dollar rate, we must also admit that it has been a little bit steady for the past 12 months. We are not saying the rate is acceptable. The rate is still very high. But at least that fluctuation, up and down in just 3 months. For instance, in 2024 fluctuation was the worst. In 3 months, dollar changes 3, 4, 5 times. Up, down, in fact, further up. But at least, I commend Bank of Sierra Leone. For the past 12 months or so, the current exchange rate has been in that way at least for some time. The rate is not acceptable. We need to work harder to bring it further down. But at least we have succeeded a little bit to ensure it does not go further up for the past 12 months. Well done, Bank of Sierra Leone, for that. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we must commend the President for the bridges across certain ferries at certain ferry points. For instance, at Manoa, Jendema, Matru, Tompari, we must commend him. Yes, I'm a member of Force Committee. We visited those sites and we've seen tangible evidence. We are encouraging him to do more. And above all, we need our Linge Bridge. It is part of another ferry crossing. If we cannot do that for now, then I will encourage him to give us safe ferries. Safe. The current ferries are death traps. I know what we have been using in this country. We don't take action until lives are lost. It's only when lives are lost that we take action. We are always reactive. I encourage His Excellency, the President, to be proactive in terms of ferry crossing from Kisi Terminal Lunge. Let us be proactive. Let us don't wait until there is crisis. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in paragraph 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 of his speech, the president enumerated various achievements. Those achievements, when I read some of those achievements, I will start with Fitz Salon. Fitz Salon, I feel sorry for him. Mr. Speaker,
carry on. You're addressing the house and not the speaker.
No, I'm addressing the speaker.
No, you're addressing us.
You and I know that every speaker, you address Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, no, that's why you refer to Mr. Speaker.
So we address Mr. Speaker.
Tell you the balance. Just go.
That's it. When I get a supermarket, I will look for.
My age already said.
Already said, I will look for. They said, I will look for. They said, I will look for. They said, how supermarket they sell it? Now, for local 5
Yes, sorry.
It's okay, Mr. Speaker. And I hope my time will be very much considered.
Yes, your time will be extended.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, under Fitz Salon, I earlier said that sometimes I even feel sorry for the president. And in this country, you and I know that the more you know, the more you almost give up. The more you know about how this country operates, the more you almost give up. But for me, I refuse to give up. I refuse to give up. We will continue to push. We will continue to flag the issues. And one day, by divine providence, God will answer us. Amen. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, when I assess the intention of His Excellency on Fitz Salon, I see good intention, because it is most timely. When we get food systems right, the rest will just come in. But you know what? I can bet you with my life that His Excellency the President, at least at every quarter, he must have been very furious, very angry with his team members in terms of poor performance, corrupt practices. He must have been furious. I'm not present, but I can bet you with my life that has always been the case. At least every quarter, he will scold them. I'm not present, but based on their performance, sometimes their performance, their patriotism, lack of patriotism hinders his success, and he's not always happy as to how things go. I will show you an example. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, when you talk about Tomabo, when His Excellency the President brought the idea of Tomabo alone can feed this country, and we export. The potential of Tomabo can feed this country and even export. Mr. Speaker, an article here, I will only read the heading, the title. Say, the Tomabo Rice Projects, a 34.1 million investments under scrutiny for lack of results and allegations of corruption. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, you and I know that with proper management of Komon-Tok natural resources, the potentials of Komon-Tok can feed this country and we can even export. No sooner His Excellency took up office, he was able to secure this money, $34.1 million, to start operations at Komon-Tok. As I speak to you, Komon-Tok is not a failed project. And rice production, rice can be produced and reproduced at least 3 times a year. 3 times, some even 4 times a year. You can plant and harvest, plant again and harvest at least 3 or maybe 4 times a year. Since Komon-Tok was launched by His Excellency the President, his team members failed to perform. And let me tell you one thing. Let me give you this recommendation now. For you to take action or take it as a leakage, that when we come, we will do it. Investigate Komon-Tok. Komon-Tok deserves investigation. $34.1 million just going down the drains without accountability. That is not acceptable. Mr. Speaker, through you to State House, through you, because I already have right to address you. But you and I know that State House, His Excellency the President, is also our senior colleague. He is a member of Parliament. And it is in that respect that this debate is now going on. So we can talk to our senior colleague, investigate Komon-Tok. We want the results. And in fact, some people will be saying, well, you are not MP. You are not in Parliament. What is Parliament doing? So I want to use this platform to inform this House that as the chairman of governance committee, I will go into that issue. We need to know the status of Komon-Tok in respect of $34.1 million projects that was used. Mr. Speaker, I want to remember this country, I see Sierra Leone as a prey, and we the citizens, we supposed to be predators. In fact, hyenas. If you know hyena, they eat you raw. They eat their prey while it is still alive. That is how we have been operating in this country. We eat Sierra Leone raw, just for our personal gains. And sometimes the president is not even aware. We will blame him. Yes, we will blame him because he is head of administration. He is head of government. So we have every right to blame him. But he is also blaming his team members secretly. He is calling them. I can bet you my life. He is not satisfied with all these things that are going on. Because he cannot bring pride to his government. He cannot stand before us here now and say Komon-Tok is successful. Because you and I know that it has never been successful. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, there is a unit at the Vice President office called Scaling Up Nutrition. You know the problem in this country? Let me tell you this now. When you talk about food security is not all about getting enough food. It's not all about filling your stomach with food. No. Food security is about getting enough of safe and nutritious food. Eating safe food. You can be filled with unsafe food, with expired food, with carbohydrate food that will kill you in the next 20 years. Scaling up nutrition is the purpose of setting up that unit at the Vice President office is to ensure that this country works towards getting enough of safe food. Safe. I would like the word safe. How safe is our food? Now let me tell you. Food the safest food we call organic are locally produced food. Locally produced food are the safest as opposed to packaged foods, imported foods. Mr. Speaker, any food that has expiring date is a chemicalized food. In other words, that chemical has been added to prolong the longevity, the preservation of that particular food. That chemical is not good. But funnily, those chemicalized foods are more affordable than our locally produced food. You know why? There is no system in place to ensure one, highly perishable goods, the risk of highly perishable goods shifts from the farmer to government. It is the duty of government to ensure that a farmer who intends to produce 50 acres of pineapple has no fear of that pineapple getting rotten or decomposed in the next 2 weeks during peak season. Government should take over. Government should ensure that high produce in pineapple that may lead to decrease in price, that decrease in price should be taken over and equilibrium should be created by government to ensure that that farmer does not receive lesser price for higher produce. Government should defy that law of economics. That the more you have more pineapple, the cheaper the pineapple becomes. The more you have mangoes, the cheaper the mango will become. The more you have watermelon, the cheaper that watermelon will become. Because it is highly perishable, you cannot preserve it for the next 3-4 months. Because you are afraid that it will get rotten, you sell it quick. Government should step in and make sure farmer gets value for money, and then the risk of perishability shifts to government, and you produce more. That is what others have got right. And that is why if a teacher vows to eat watermelon now and pineapple and banana as breakfast for 1 month, you will not be able to pay your children's school fees. Because it is very expensive. And it's supposed to be the cheapest. It's supposed to be the cheapest. And that is a clear goal of scaling up nutrition. They are trying to ensure that we have food banks in this country. Food banks. They are trying to ensure that government has enough money to give to farmers for their produce, no matter the quantity. Even if you have the guts, you have the lion heart to produce 100 acres of watermelon, government should have the money to pay you for your watermelon. If it gets rotten now or whatsoever, that is not your business. You get your money and then they distribute to government. That will encourage them to produce more. The same goes for avocado. The same goes for banana. The same goes for mango. I've witnessed a scene wherein a whole trailer is loaded with mango and that trailer breaks down by SS Corp from Kabbalah. That woman nearly killed herself. Because if that trailer remains on the road for the next 3 days, that mango will ferment and everything will be rotting. So that will not encourage farmers. They are afraid of going to commercial agriculture, commercial farming, because the goods are highly perishable. The risk will be taken over. And that is what scaling up nutrition is doing. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, on page 22, you're talking page 22 to 23. His Excellency the President, in his speech, talks about the economy. In this economy, especially revenue generation, we continue to depend solely on NRA. Yes, NRA hitting target, but we don't even have enough salaries. We don't even have salary to pay for Christmas. For the first time, past Christmas of 2024 Christmas, government cannot pay salary before the 25th. Because we depend only on NRA. And as a result, part of the money is taken to pay some, and then you get a more, pay 3-4 other MBS, you get another, pay 4-5 other MBS, if our parliament is paid the last. We are the last to be paid. But Mr. Speaker, honorable members, some of those state-owned enterprises, they are revenue generating entities. If they are fully operational, they can help governments. That is why I want to use this opportunity to commend MP. MP has now gone international. MP has defied that mentality that when government puts its hand into a business, that business will not succeed. MP has now proven us wrong. That with government intervention, with good management, you can still succeed as a state-owned enterprise. Even Rokel Commercial Bank is also a state-owned enterprise. Government has majority shares at Rokel Commercial Bank. Rokel Commercial Bank is doing very well. Sierra Commercial Bank is also doing very well. Although I have an issue with Sierra Commercial Bank, at least for now. Because Sierra Commercial Bank is doing very well. I commend you, I commend all management if you are listening to me now. But I have a question that seems as if you are going down the drain small, little by little. Please stop that. The building at Abadi Road, when you look at that architecture, it's one of the best architectural designs. And even the head office is now an ISO. So let me Commercial Bank, what is going wrong? As a successful state-owned enterprise, you've been helping government, giving bailouts to government secretly. We know when government expanded, you give bailouts. But what is happening recently, what is happening? The headquarters is now a ISO. And then a very good building at Abadi Road is nothing to write home about as I speak. It's going down the drains.
The time is up, but I'll give you.
Mr. Speaker.
I'll give you 3 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I cannot end by not mentioning our blue economy. Our blue economy. You know why I like this one? It's because you and I are witnesses. You are my witness. That in this 6th parliament, we have engaged the ambassador of Iceland. And there was a Sierra Leonean under the employment of that ambassador, who is very smart and he knows his stuff. He told us clearly that our blue economy in this country, our fisheries, our blue economy has the potential to give us $800 million annually. $800 million annually from our fish industry, from our fisheries. But now, on page 26 of the presidential address, His Excellency is telling us that what he was able to gain in 2024 was just 5 million. We used to have 20 million, which was not acceptable at all. We used to have 20 million. But the Iceland ambassador told us that our potential is about $800 million. So you suggested that day, and I want to support that one, that we work towards that one. It's a suggestion to this government. If you do it, it will be good. That we can call that Iceland ambassador, give him that their blue economy in terms of fisheries only, and then in return, they give us $250 million annually. They are ready to give us $250 million, and then they do their fishing. A very serious issue. In fact, that say to you and even to the leader of government business. I forwarded the message. In a press release by Proper College Administration, dated 1st of October 2035. That press release, I have sent it to you for evidence. Mr. Speaker, in that press release, they misunderstood the whistleblower. The whistleblower did not say that the Proper College quarters have been sold. He never said so. He said there are plans to sell Proper College quarters. Yes, and it is true. I'm saying that now. And don't think it is too big. Because if oil village has gone over the years across government, it has gone small. When this government come, they take small. When this government come, they take small. Now it has gone. Oil village, 100% gone. Less than 5% now government property. The rest all gone to private people. If oil village can go, don't be surprised that Federal College quarters can go. And it's about to go. And as I speak right now, even the land belonging to Federal College, much of it has gone according to that press release. And for the first time for me, for the first time, courts gives an order. And that order is defied for the first time. I've never seen anywhere in Sierra Leone where court gives an order and then somebody else defy that order and ignore it completely. It is only in this one that High Court ordered immediate possession of all those lands that have been encroached upon by around that tree planting area. And then since that order was given, nothing has been done. Nothing. Even after court order, nothing. Mr. Speaker, we need to take note of this. And it is not a surprise that plans are on to sell from the college quarters to private people. It is the most virgin land right now. Very enviable. Very enviable. If you go to contract, from contract campus, very, very enviable. And people have set eyes on it. Very seriously. And we cannot sit by and keep quiet. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we cannot sit by and keep quiet. As I close, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we talk about, in paragraph 29, I talk about clean energy, electricity. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in my constituency, the chief headquarters are Ife, of which the honorable Kala once visited that place. The chief headquarters are Ife, any chief dog. By the time you went there, you agree with me that that place had 24-hour solar lights. During the time of your visit, it had 24-hour solar lights. As I speak to you, I'm blessed because he is there now. That light has gone. Solar lights has gone for over 12 months now. No lights, sir. No lights. And when we ask them, they say, well, the batteries, they this, the that. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, please permit me to address the man in charge. The Honorable Kanu Yunkela. That is why I said through him.
Honorable members, at this stage, honorable members, I wish to recognize the presence of Honorable Dr. Kanu Yunkela. He was a member of this parliament and a leader of this house. You are welcome. Proceed 1 more minute.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I want to now conclude on another state-owned enterprise of which you are my witness. Under your leadership as Speaker, you've been approached by 3 different companies. That is Sierra Leone Housing Corporation. Sierra Leone Housing Corporation, you have been approached by 3 different companies to allow them do massive housing in this country and sell to interested buyers, sell to the public. You are my witness. I don't know what is wrong with Sierra Leone Housing Corporation. They have their corporate status. They can go into partnerships, they can go into agreements and sort out our housing problem in this country. What are they doing? I don't have time. Siratel has the capacity to even surpass the capacity of Orange. Those mobile companies, they are making not less than $1 million per day. They are making over $1 million profit per day. And Siratel has all the resources. In fact, one time they used to have their own Siratel phone. We used to have Siratel phone here with Siratel SIM. It can work only with Siratel SIM and Siratel phone. That phone, any other SIM in that phone cannot work. What went wrong? with Zlaten. They have the buildings, they have the infrastructure, even the ports in the provinces. I used to work for this Tuesday. It was admitted by them before the death of Gaddafi. I was their lawyer. We prepared 84 sites. Those 84 sites were located based on the guidance given by Zlaten, the legacy of Zlaten, for signal points. 85 sites. They have everything. What is wrong with Zlaten? What is wrong with postal services? Several postal services, they used to have savings bank. But now, I see those state-owned enterprises as family support units. They are just there to receive salaries to support their families. One corporate is stranded with money. When you ask them, they will say, we don't have money. Our allocations are paid very late. You are money-making entity. Why wait for Minister of Finance? Why not go into business partnerships to create money for government? You can take 70% and give 30% to government and push in some of the rough edges of government funding. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, on that note, we are giving those solutions. We are giving those guides. It is for you to take note because we believe we are in the same government. We are in one. We are all in this together. If we fail to do so, then take it as leakage. That once we come, that is exactly what we do. We will take our own interest. We will investigate the level and all the others. It's a very good subject matter for Commission of Inquiry. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, we have the ministers here, and we have the chairman here and the office of the president. And immediately after Honorable Emerson Lamina, we are going to invite the energy sector lead to address this house on the status of energy in Sierra Leone, so that we all know. Honorable Emerson Lamina.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members. Mr. Speaker, honorable members. Like already been highlighted by my colleague, that he hates reacting to the speeches of people, so also I do. But for the purpose of clarity, when I came, I had a colleague referring to the attitude or the recruitment of teachers. Like in the trials of Bolagero, he did say there are prophets and there are prophets. So also, there are teachers and there are teachers. There are teachers and there are teachers. There are attitude and there are attitudes. There are research and there are research. Anyway, don't be a bad teacher. I can refer that to L1 interference. Mr. Speaker, I also refer to my colleague referring to the fastest economy. Yes, they do A, B, or C with it. I'm going to imagine what did they do? It was called the fastest economy. Yes. We could not see much as far as CDA is concerned. The people of Tokoli, the people of Tokoli are still crying. Mr. Speaker, I cannot see it reflected on the people of Tokoli or Tokoli district. That's just an aside. Mr. Speaker, to subject matter, I want to thank His Excellency the President, the Grand Commander of the Republic, for his speech so graciously submitted to this honorable house. He can be referred to as one of the luckiest citizens who have led this country. 3 times in combat and 2 times now in civil. Mr. Speaker, His Excellency the President, with his humility, right from paragraph 1, he juxtaposed it with paragraph 312. That with humility, he presents his aspirations, his challenges that he faced in previous year, and he ascribed all the glory, all the thank you, the greatest thank you to the people. That's a great demonstration of humility. Mr. Speaker, meticulously looking at the president's speech, I come to the realization of the depth and the weight of Pastor Martin Nimola's speech. 2 years ago, I was in Germany, and I watched at the epitaph of Pastor Martin Nimola. What did he say? I enjoyed his writing so much to the extent it's becoming a popular poem globally. Martin Nimola did say, first, they came to the communists. I did not speak out because I'm not a communist. Then they came to the socialists. I also did not speak out because I'm not a socialist. Then they came to the trade unionists. I also did not speak out because I'm not a trade unionist. They also came to the Jew. I did not speak out because I'm not a Jew. Then they finally came to me. And there was no one left to speak out. President Manabio has done a lot. And it's very disgraceful. Very disgraceful. Even attacking Section 97 of the work that he has done. They could not speak it as yes, they criticism is so good. But don't be an armchair critics, criticizing without providing recommendation on how we can forward this nation. Mr. Speaker, I'm just laying premise. I was not old enough to have met Sir Milton or Sir Albert or Dr. Shekhar Stephen. Not old enough. But, oh yes, I met Omo. Quite, they are quite true. I met Omo at age 9 or so when I was the altar boys of the pro level. Shook his hand, that's yes or no. Mr. Speaker, when I evaluate the handiwork of all these past presidents, I can say it with all alacrity. This one I was preaching to my family. And we look at Daniel 1:20 and realize that Daniel and his 3 colleagues were 10 times better than all the astrologers and magicians. You recognize that? Don't worry. Mr. Speaker, when I look at whether through history, reading from the past president of this nation since independence, I've come to the realization, and I can speak it with the strongest conviction, and alacrity too, that President Manabio is 10 times better than his predecessors. Spin-doctors have spin. They have spin. Sin-doctors have so spin. They have spin about the PR. Let me come. The PR, I was here, but watching it online. Watching it online. I've had spin-doctors spin about the PR. Let me tell you, I came about. Mr. Speaker, the PR was predicated by the PRC document. And how did it come? When the PRC document top on the top-notch priority of the PRC document, the PRC document was exclusionism. Exclusion. Sir Milton took this country slowly to exclude local government administration. Dr. Shekhar Stephen came 1972. He suspended councils, suspended local councils. Can you imagine? That was where exclusion started. And as a result, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, as a result, go to the documents. No, just stay in presence. By the time I elucidate, you will know that I've well read this document. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Dr. Shekhar Stephen suspended local council. That is where exclusion started. TRC came and recommended President Ahmed Kaba, after 32 years or so in 2004, reintroduced this centralization process. Where are we going? Mr. Speaker, he introduced this centralization, and the TRC came. We then ask, why did we go to war? In 2015, 2 significant events happened in Konodi Street. I was the chief host for the result of census. They went. At the same time, chief host for the man in charge of constitutional review, PRK, top-notch. Proportional representation came top-notch. It is not an SFP ideology at all, but it was APC. And President Ibike, former President Ibike, adopted it. It came out very clearly in the cabinet conclusion that the PR should be instituted. Today, spin doctors are spinning it as if it is the idea of SFP. No. The people, whether from the opposition or naysayers, should be pampering SFP. It was not. President Manabio only reviewed the white paper upon the recommendation of the white paper that came from former President Ibike that the PR, the best system of governance. After we have realized that we went to war because certain sections of the society felt excluded, and as a result, they said, let's go to war. So for us to stop war, let there be PR on the desk, Mr. Speaker, honorable members. Where am I going, Mr. Speaker, honorable members? We look at a few quotations. I'm referring, Latif, for your education, you can look at page 27, paragraph 264 and paragraph 265. That's the exact I'm quoting. Mr. Speaker, look at the document. Clearly, I can unravel this statement from the 5 big changes. Don't worry.
Hold on. I hate to do this to a leader, but you cannot refer to a honorable member as Latif. Representing the block of this people. When you choose to call it by name,
Honorable, be guided. Right.
Mr. Speaker, I'm very friendly with SO32. They are not even from protocol. Because you also do yourself good if you know your peace. That's it. I'm very friendly with SO32. Where are we going? Mr. Speaker, remember, I can unravel the statement of His Excellency the President into the 5 big changes. Number 1, like I said, President Mahathir has proven to be 10 times better in administration than his predecessors. At the time it appears that women should not see the light of day in a male chauvinist society. Here document came. They recommended 30% for the women and 10% for the youth. It never saw the light of day. It was President Mahathir that postulated the idea. Women, this said to me, they are against your representation because they will bully you with their money. They will bully you with their strength for you not to come to parliament. Thank President Mahathir, 30% fulfillment. Today, you are in parliament. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, President Mahathir did promise. In the big 5 changes, he did promise that he will provide 500,000 jobs. If you look in this paragraph now, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, already 300,000 farmers have been biometrically registered. 300,000 farmers, which means they have already provided jobs for 300,000 people in this country. In the mining sector, whether directly or indirectly, 300,000 people have the potential to have jobs in the mining sector. Mr. Speaker, Operation Fix Alone. That reference can be seen, yes, in page 4. Look for the reference in page 4. If I have not read, biometric data for them, it's captured in Mr. Speaker, I've never seen inland valley swamp so grow like under this dispensation. I've never seen crop protection so grow like under this dispensation. I've never seen animal husbandry so grow like under this administration. Mr. Speaker, first in history, I've seen the price of our staple food going up. Today it is down. Is that true or false? So true. That tells you the money that we use to get our staple food has drastically dropped down. And that was also sandwiched by surgical intervention of what? Of federal construction. No government has ever produced feeder road like under President Mahathir. Page 22 can be seen. Paragraph 25 can also be seen. Fishing, as my colleague did said, 12%. I know that it is small, but 12% in fishery we are contributing to the GDP. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, like it is said also, I encourage that no government, all I will encourage agriculture, the ministry, people from agriculture here, all I will encourage you more involved with joint ventures. The Land Commission Act makes it very clearly, and the Customer and Land Rights creates chiefdom governance, sectional governance for the land. I will encourage you to actually employ joint ventures. Call the Chinese. We want maize between Masheka and Makeni. Let them be made. I'm telling you, provide the land because you have been given the right by the document called Customer and Land Rights. You can achieve Operation Fix Alone in a twinkle of an eye. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, human capital development. No president has ever contributed 20% of our national purse towards education, like President Marabu.
I'm not saying it's false.
Former government tried of President Ibike, but it stopped at 9%. President Marabu doubled it. 22% of our national, oh yes, 9% the last time I checked in 2017, 22% for the Marabu. So it's 10 times better than its predecessors.
Mr. Speaker,
You know, this is a house of records. Even when the Minister of Foreign Finance was reading the budget on that very day, he told us he is moving the allocation from 16% to 20%. He said it here, and the records are right before us. If you still deny it, I'll go to the library and bring you the budget. Come on now, why must we lie to ourselves?
For your benefit, I'll give you between 9 and 11%. The last time I checked, the president was accurate.
It's all right.
It has been fluctuating.
It's all right. You're
between 9 and 11, President Malabio has increased education cost to 22%. Mr. Speaker, it cannot be denied. To 22% since independence, no president has increased education fund to 22%. And the impact are there. The impact are there. Mr. Speaker, I was privileged to be the keynote speaker at my alma mater, Bawoka Boys School. Yes. And I did say, first in issues since independence, no president. Since independence, take note, no president has given pause to secondary schools like the 4 main government schools, one like Pio, Western area, East Kenya Government Secondary School. But for the south, Bo Government Secondary School. For the north, Mawoka Government Secondary School. $5 million to Mawoka Government Secondary School. Go here today. It is a monster. Go here today. I cried. Why did I cry? President Malabio did not attend Mawoka Government Secondary School. The former president did. Look at Mawoka Government Secondary School. The heads donated to them. That transcended prejudice. Mawoka Secondary School. When I was saying it, the men and the women were watching. No president is independence with a multi-purpose hall. With 19 classrooms at a go. Today, Mawoka Secondary School is a workshop. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, it is also very clear that in paragraph, yes, in paragraph 38, Mr. Speaker, we have seen 1,500 classrooms. You cannot get that fact. You cannot again said. In paragraph 39, 20,000 teachers. Can you deny their training? No. With 200 teachers serving as a quality givers? No, you cannot. No president has taken serious as far as education is concerned. Mr. Speaker, 1827 Frederick was born. 1964. 1964. Mr. Speaker, am I protected?
Yes, what they just come.
Mr. Speaker, am I protected?
Proceed.
Yeah.
I don't know what he wants.
Mr. Speaker, President Malabio, after Foreign College was established 1827, in 2 years' time, Foreign College will be 200 years. Can you imagine? In 2 years' time, Foreign College will be 200 years. 1964, Jalal was born. Under President Malabio, under the 2021 Education Act, we have now seen new universities like the EBK. Universities, it was the 2021 document that captured it. Mr. Speaker, they are the Cornell University of Science and Technology, like the Mitsubishi University, like the Eastern University. No government has ever promoted education like President Malabio. It is very, very clear. Yes, under his words, President Malabio, he has no government.
Hold on.
Like my colleague was saying, I don't to really interrupt the leader. But for the record, Mr. Speaker, we all know that the EBK University was established under the government, and even the Lincoln University was also established under the reign of
I'm not talking about private universities.
No, whatever university is a university, Mr. Speaker. And even I am said,
all of those ones that we are founded and established under EBK. So we are talking about 4
Honorable leader,
Mr. Speaker, can you also say that President Malabi is giving free
Honorable, what is wrong with your mind?
payments? I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with it. Put it on.
Actually, it's not coming out. Like it's taking my voice. It's taking my voice. Mr. Speaker, can you also deny the fact that President Malabi is paying free fee for MPSC, for Becker, and for what?
Mr. Speaker, this is also not new. This was something that
don't forget, we are here directly in the face of the gallery. We are all honorable men and women. So please, Honorable Aaron, allow him. Proceed.
Mr. Speaker, I did all my piece when the leader was speaking, but it's so agitated when delivering my point. Can you also deny the fact that Western education started in Koron 1910? After 100 years, President Malabio established Koron University of Science? Can you also question time
to address me, not your colleague?
President Malabio corrected historical wrong. Today, the local contractors have received at least $2 million. Go to Fanu, Mesen Chidon. You now see tangible buildings. Can you also deny the fact, Mr. Speaker? It's going to be question time. You cannot. The people of Kono will never remain grateful to President Malabio. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, it is also very clear under health. I have to run faster. Under health, 14,000 health workers today have been recruited. You cannot deny that fact. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, very soon, President Malabio, the pediatric center at Longley with 165 beds. The Kono Maternal Center of Excellence with 100 beds. The Finetco, Moyamba, with 166 beds. The Riverfort, with over 100 beds. Those are the infrastructural development President Malabio has established under human capital development. Mr. Speaker, remember, Ebola thought was pants down. At the time, it actually struck this country with no ambulance. BBC reported it today. We can count 104 ambulances that is so fast and can attend to the people of this country. 70% maternal death has dropped down. Oh yes. 70% of it. We used to fail at MCC when somebody is pregnant. The person will be thinking of life and death. Today, our women are safe because the medical sector is doing so well. Mr. Speaker, the big five game changers, it is very clear. You cannot deny the fact. The statistics are real. We used to perform wonderfully at MCC. Today, with the intervention of tactical medical doctors today, we have increased. Oh yes. Hands down, there was no ambulance. You can count that 104 ambulances today across the 16 political districts. That cannot be gainsaid. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Game Changer 3, that is youth employment scheme, I've said earlier on that the mining sector has potential to employ at least 300,000 people. Already, Biometric has captured 300,000 farmers, which means job is already provided for them. Mr. Speaker, page 4. Page 4, paragraph 221. Biometric has captured those. Mr. Speaker, at least 8,000 of our youth have received $300 to start their own businesses with funds from UNDP. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, with technology cannot deny the facts. President Malabio has advanced technology with Zulab intervention. Under his administration, no government has not increased technology so much that President Malabio. Page 166 is saying that 14 districts today are enjoying free fiber optic operations. Mr. Speaker, in paragraph 199, we are today enjoying equal tariff. It used to be very difficult when one is in Europe. Like Europe will enjoy one SIM card to all European countries, like the US, America will enjoy one SIM card in all of the states. It used to be very difficult among ECOWAS countries. With equal certification of laws, today I can conveniently communicate with myself in Nigeria. No government Mr. Speaker, consumer protection trade should be protected. As MCC today, with 480 million that we are about to receive, don't forget, President Madabio inherited 18% of our energy sector in this country in 2018. By 2023, it took it to 36%. By 2027, it will be about 80%.
Your time is up. I'll give you 2 minutes.
Mr. Speaker,
conclude.
I'm afraid, Mr. Speaker, as far as technology is concerned, Mr. Speaker, you cannot compare President Madabio. Let's take it to fifth relay. Number one, roads constructed under President Madabio this short while. We are talking of Incot Station Road, Grafton Road, colleague. He has completed Grafton Road, Kabbalah Road, Eastern Bypass Road, bridges, Badan Bridge, Kwakwa Bridge, Kukuma Bridge, Bala Bridge, White Bridge, Kadima Bridge, Canal Bridge, Wonder Bridge, Kadima Bridge, Kadima Bridge, Kadima Bridge, Kadima Bridge, Imada. President Madabio is the champion of development. You cannot challenge him. President Madabio is the champion. He has revamped the public sector. Take the Mines Act. Before this time, he cared more for the people. President Madabio, I cannot see transparent president like him. Under EBK, he has never given the people of Tongolili and Protocol CDA. President Madabio, at least, he has given $8 million to the people of Tongolili. $9 million to the people of Protocol districts. That has never happened. You cannot see that down. Mr. Speaker,
hold on, Honorable. I've come to realize that some members have moved from their seats. Return to your seats. Return to your seats. Return to your seats. Return to your seats. Proceed, leader. Try to conclude now.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, in his book, one place has taught me, Sheikh Stephen did confess, there is no way the SLPP can seek defeat to the APC, and there is no way the APC can defeat the SLPP except with 3 things: rigging, intimidation, and propaganda. It is only in ECOWAS country today we can buy 3 bags of rice with $100. I'm an ECOWAS MP. It can never happen in any ECOWAS country. Mr. Speaker, the current Minister of Finance should be commended. 2023, 54% of inflation. Today, you are talking of 6.5%. That man is so great. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, President Madabio is a champion of development, as I did say. The public sector debt is increasing. I normally say that the APC has spoiled children. In 2007, about 2/3 of our debts were cleared. When the APC came, they have spoiled children. They enjoy all the goodies. They don't need to cry. They don't have debt to us. Spoiled children. Mr. Speaker, remember, you cannot compare the SLP government to any other administration in recent times because we have had the accolades President Madabio has put this country through. ECOWAS at the AU today is the chairman C10, coordinating other major players. After 50 years or so, he's down to the chairman of ECOWAS, of authority of government. President Madabio, he advocated today, he has taken Sierra Leone to a non-permanent seat. That's an accolade he cannot broke in a single of an eye. No way. President Madabio today, he has actually satisfied. That tells you our democratic credential is so deep in. And you cannot compare him to any of his predecessors with all of these in just 7 years. In just 7 years, he has just done that. President Madabio.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
As I summarize, Mr. Speaker, it is clear that President Madabio is 10 times better than all his predecessors as far as governance and institutions.
Thank you. At this stage, I invite Honorable Dr. Kando Yonkela to take the seat. Honorable Dr. Kando Yonkela is not a minister, but he's on that seat with my special leave. Proceed. Proceed.
With the leave of the Speaker, and during the course of the debate over the few days, honorable members raised some few issues, one relating to the Ministry of Energy. In pursuance to Standing Orders 38.3 and in tandem with subsection 2 of section 107 of the Constitution of 1991, and this House directed me for me to write a summons letter to the Ministry of Energy for the Minister to clarify a few issues. Among other things, the Minister is required to edify this House on the available generated energy and energy access up till 2018 as compared to 2019 to present. And Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the issue of energy access and energy generated was not expressly stated in the speech of His Excellency the President. However, during the course of the debate, these issues became turning issues, and between the opposition leader, the honorable member from Loko, and the honorable member from Kailan, and so this House directed that the minister should come to edify this House.
Yes. Thank you.
And with the Honorable Yunkela requested for 20 minutes. He wants to clarify those issues, and he has other issues that he wants to present to this House.
Thank you very much. 20 minutes granted.
Honorable Speaker, distinguished members of this House, thank you for granting me this unique privilege to answer your questions, but also to take the opportunity to present some elements about the future of Mission 300. It's a unique privilege which I greatly appreciate. I also want to start off by thanking a number of you who regularly call me from both the government and the opposition. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Leader of Government Business, they will call and say, hey, the lights not work and there is so too. Honorable Leader of the Opposition, Honorable Masumbala, and others have also called in. I appreciate it. The reason is, if you don't report back, we don't act. It shows you're monitoring, you're checking, and also, of course, Honorable Kempsey. He comes to the office to demand answers. So let me go straight to answer some of your issues. I think we have to distinguish between installed capacity.
Hold on, Honorable Yunkela. Yes, Honorable Nenelevi or Honorable Veronica Kadisisi.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the three, I therefore move that the ESCO light which was headed by the President of the House to continue.
Any seconder?
So second, Mr. Speaker.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Proceed.
I should say that, of course, it feels very strange standing on this side rather than over there when I was in the opposition and as an opposition leader. So now I feel a little nervous and under the heat, watching all the eyes and, of course, the many other queries that will follow. But let me say this. We need to distinguish between installed capacity, total energy supply, and also access to electricity. Also, I want to say here that some of what I'll present is not my work. It is the work of the ministry, meaning my predecessors and others before them, who had laid the foundation for a lot of what we're building. And I need for you to understand, especially the Parliament, that energy infrastructure takes more than one administration. It takes more than one. I'll give you some examples, and that's why I appreciate that both government folks and government MPs and opposition MPs were called to ask what is happening. So installed capacity. In 2018, 2019, the total installed capacity was about 97 megawatts. That is what is there. This means the generators you have in place to generate power Question is, are they generating power? That's why you need to understand how much was available as supply. So total installed capacity was about 97 megawatts. Total supply was about 65 to 70 megawatts. This says that some of the generators were not working. Komon-Tok, Allotted. Those upcountry were working, but they were in trouble. Makeni, Bo, Kono, Keneman. So you saw the situation then. Since that time, what has been added? What has been added since 2018-19 is about 75 megawatts. Also minus 1 or 2. Okay? And I can name. Yeah? So if we go back to 2018, Bumbuna about 50 megawatts. Komon-Tok had an installed capacity of 10. Allotted had a capacity installed of 16. But those two were not working. Of course, there were generators in Kono, Kenem, and so on. Today, I mentioned to you 75 megawatts has been added. From where? About 5 megawatts from over 100 mini grids and solar home systems across this country. 7 towns. An initiative was launched 3 years ago before my time to light up 7 towns, each of them with 2 megawatts. All of those are installed, but not all of them are working. Yeah? Kailao, Bond, Moyamba, Bo and others are working. But Cambia and Kabbalah not finished yet. Are not finished. So 7 towns, 14 megawatts additional installed capacity. Makot in Makeni, 25 megawatts. Okay? Serengeti in Bo, another 5 megawatts. Kono, an additional 10 megawatts. You add all of those, that was all added in the last 7 years, since 2018. Total supply, however, is much higher, about 112 megawatts. This is because we also buy about 37 megawatts from Guinea and Cote d'Ivoire. That answers some of your questions about what was installed, what was added. These are good parameters for any administration that comes. You want to check, what did you do, what did you add, and how much supply was available. You can debate reliability, but these are the facts. Now, let us talk about where we're going. January this year, next year, January 2026, the real energy revolution begins. Between January next year to December, we will add about 185 megawatts. That's a revolution. You are adding almost 50% more to the capacity. What are the sources? People would ask. 10 megawatts in Lunge, solar. 10 megawatts in Newton. Scattered, yesterday you saw the announcement, the Honorable Minister of Finance signed the lease agreement. 40 megawatts in Kamakwe. We are hoping that by November, December last year, Honorable Abdul Kago will join the President in a show of solidarity together to say we switch that on. Nant, the gas power plant, 108 megawatts, or 70 megawatts will be added by December next year, and then another 60 or so later on in June 2027. We are looking at, we've already repaired the Komon-Tok machines, 10 megawatts. By December or January, December this year, the 16 megawatts of Allotted will be on. We're repairing now. We've visited, the repairs are going on. Those machines were left idle for a long time because they were not serviced. So as I said, the revolution begins January to December next year, but then the revolution expands because it's about transformation. And this is why, again, I believe in the bipartisan approach, and I truly believe in all these commissionings the President will do. We will invite members of the Parliament to be there, whether you're opposition or not. And I do hope the leader of the opposition will join. Why? Remember, NCC was started by APC. It takes time. But who finished it? Who developed it? SFPD. To have an idea is one thing. To develop it, finish it, put the financial architecture in the energy systems is 3 to 5 years, in some cases 7. Some of the projects now that we will roll out, NANT, it's been 12 years. NANT is 12 years. There's some other project, the Northern Corridor Line. It's taken now 9 years. We've still not been able to get financial close. It takes time. I always give the example that His Excellency Shaka Stevens started Bumbuna. President Kaba did a lot to build it. We NPRC added some. President Nkrumah was the one who switched the lights on in 2009. See how long it took. That's why we will present copies of Mission 300 to leaders of the parliament, because you've got to own this. It will take time. We have a 5-year plan. And what is the 5-year plan going to do? I told you the revolution begins in January 2026. So the revolution will go on 5 years and more beyond the term of President Bio. That's why I give him credit. He's the Minister of Energy. We lobbied to get into Mission 300. When it was launched, we were not in. He personally said to the President of the World Bank, how come you left my country out? He said, well, here are the things you need to do. So Minister of Finance, myself, deputies, we set up a technical team. We told the World Bank we don't need a consultant. Within 6 months, we were able to put the document together similar to the NCC. This is significant because we Sierra Leoneans developed a compact that is 4 times the size of the NCC. We did it in 6 months. But yes, President Bio realizes this is not about him. He knows exactly what he can do in the next 3 years. That's clear to us, because we've started the revolution. We know we will double the total capacity that has been in this country since independence. The rest has to be done by all of us. And you know, in the energy business, SO2, Pregor led and done all the feasibility study. You never know who is going to finish, because it takes 4 or 5 years. So this one, it belongs to all of us, and here are the numbers, here are the targets you have to hold us accountable for, the things that we have to deliver for the people. The targets are the following. We want to go from 36% electrification, that's those are connected to the grid and off-grid, to 78% in 5 years. Renewable energy from 46 to 52%. This is the challenge. Today we have about 270, a little over 270 to 271 megawatts capacity in the country. We need 4 times more. So we want to go from 271 megawatts installed to 1.12 gigawatts. That's over 1,000 megawatts. That's over 4 times, or 4 times. Clean cooking, access to cooking. Thank you, Honorable Veronica and others. You've attended some of our meetings last year. We're going to call you in next week to come to others. With less than 1% of this population use clean cooking solutions. Our women and children are dying. Premature pneumonia, asthma. When they cook, that smoke is cancerous. We want to go from 1%, about 1.5% to 25%. That's a lot of work. We have to build filling stations for gas. We have to make the gas affordable in small 2 kg containers so the poor people can afford it. Not the big one. Most of us cannot even afford the big ones. So a lot of infrastructure has to be built, and we're trying to bring investors in to do that. Total package. And all of this, we're going to address all the problems step by step. And that's where I want to close with the opportunity you've given me. The budgets are clear. We want to invest through public and private partnerships. We want to invest in building capacity, infrastructure, more generation, as I said, to increase it 4 times in the next 5 years. We want to invest in distribution and transmission. We want to build a northern corridor from Fadugu to Newton. We want to build a southern corridor under the MCC from Puturu to Newton. In Newton, we want to build a dispatch center to manage the flow of electricity. These take time. I give you an example. For the southern corridor, to show you why you need time and why you need bipartisanship. The southern corridor, to study it will take us about 1.5 to 2 years. Because they have to do the design, environmental impact assessment. They have to visit each community along the way for that over 200 kilometers of line. Northern corridor, same. Yeah? So it takes time to do all of this before, in fact, the building starts. So generation, about 800 million, we want to do more of that through private sector participation. We want to do more transmission lines, at least 2, but additional ones that connects to other locations. We want to do the distribution network. You see what is happening in Freetown. I can tell you today, we can give Freetown over 80 megawatts. We are only able to supply 63 to 70 because we have only one transmission line, the 161 from Bumbuna to Freetown. But do you know what people are doing? Vandalism. They are beginning to take plates from the transmission line to make cutlass. If any one of those lines fall, we're in trouble. But the vandalism here is worse than any country. I've been with consultants, and it's everywhere. No. I want to be honest with you. It's happening in Kenema, it's happening in Bo, it's happening in Gambia and Kabbalah. Everywhere. It's happening in Freetown. Freetown is cosmopolitan. It's not about party here. We are asking you, you the leaders of the people, help us fight vandalism. People are climbing up poles that has no economic significance to destroy a transformer. Government, we're going to set up a task force of police and military. We will chase them like Liberia did and Gambia did. But we want community ownership to protect these assets. So, in conclusion, the energy transformation requires everybody. Electricity runs everything. The hospitals, without power, you can't diagnose properly. The sonogram machine will not work. The X-ray machine will not work. When you're in intensive care, you need power. I was told at Connaught and also at Cottage, the work that the Minister of Health is doing there, putting solar systems in health centers. In fact, this government has done over 400 clinics. We're doing an additional. We've done over 300 schools. We need to do more. But they told me that when you have a premature baby, you have 3 to 5 minutes to save them. That's not the time you run to put up a generator. The women in the streets are telling me, now SO2, with the cold water and with the sand, they can stretch the life of what they've cooked to sell maybe twice, than sell once and then it rots. The processing of agricultural products. So yes, we're going to roll out, already this morning we were looking at the numbers, about 34 mini grids next year, and then an additional maybe 30 to 100 the following year. So we will leave no one behind. If you look at the Mission 300, 150 to 200 more communities connected. So it's not just about bulk power, and we'll address clean cooking as well. I say this to you, and I hope we'll have the opportunity in committee room 1 to give you the details to the Energy Committee, the Economic Development Committee as well, because energy is an enabler of development. It is not an end in itself. It is what it does for businesses, hotels. You go to these hotels, they'll tell you, their running cost is 25 to 30% is caused by electricity. Same with the factories. So we need affordable, reliable energy, and on behalf of His Excellency, the President, who is the Minister of Energy, we are doing our best to lay the foundation. His job now, as Minister of Energy and leader of this country, is to lay a trajectory that will never be reversed. That's what Nkrumah and Jerry Rawlings did. He knows he will not finish it. But I tell you, by 2028, I've said to people, judge us. June 2026, December 2026. In fact, you will see us light up Sierra Leone every 6 months. We're somewhere lighting up a place because it's for all of us. When lights day SO2, all man will enjoy. Thank you for this privilege.
Thank you very much, Honorable Dr. Kande Youngfella. You may leave. I now invite the Minister of Health. Minister of Health.
Honourable members, with the leave of the Speaker, standing on the same constitution and standing on that provision, I was directed to summon the Ministry of Health to edify this House, among other things, on the following. The number of peripheral health units built from 2018. Again, Mr. Speaker, that was not part of the President's speech, but it was part of the debate. 2, the number of health workers provided with PIN codes from 2018 to present. By then, you could recall that the issues were raised. Mr. Speaker directed me to write that letter on the second allotted day, and this letter had already gone before the other issues were raised. But what I did, I invited the Honourable Minister, I invited Mr. Minister in my office and asked him, added these other issues. But this letter had already gone before then. But I've informed the Minister about the issues concerning how there's only one oxygen at Komon Hospital, oxygen machine at Komon Hospital, and how it was taken from, well, I don't know the technical name, sir, as reported by the Honourable Member, and how it was taken from his.
No, not that one.
I reported all that. I reported everything, and how bed linens were being taken from families and brought into peripheral health unit. The minister is well informed.
And of course, the pressure machines.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Minister, proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, honourable members. Good morning, good afternoon. Privileged to stand here today to speak on the issues that were raised. And as we know, the Minister of Health, we are the custodian of the health of this country. And we do everything possible to make sure that we deliver on that promise as delegated by His Excellency the President. And we have a plan for the healthcare delivery system in Sierra Leone, despite being a third world country. And we are very ambitious as His Excellency the President in making sure that we deliver. We look at healthcare from a holistic perspective, from a 360 degrees, which means from conception to senior citizen, we look at all the factors that affect people in that journey of life, be it infectious diseases, be it access to health, be it oxygen, etc. And working around the clock to make sure that we deliver on that promise. And in Sierra Leone, in general, we are able to have healthcare facilities within a 3 to 5 kilometer radius that has greatly improved access. And having said that, we want to now improve the quality of services. And quality of services is in 4 main domains: infrastructure development, human resource, drugs and supply chain management, and diagnostics. And in the area of infrastructure, we have made big inroads. We have 4 thematic areas of healthcare delivery to address the quality of services: primary healthcare, secondary and tertiary care, referral assistant ambulances, and the health security. In the area of primary healthcare, which actually accounts for about 80% of our investment, we have made big inroads. We have a total of 1,650 primary healthcare facilities right across the country. And since 2018, we have added about 104 new primary healthcare facilities right across the country. And not only that, we have refurbished more than 200 and more, and more than 150 more are in the planning of being established right across the country. And not only that, in area of infrastructure, as we have been alluded to, when we build a fit for purpose or refurbish them, we have not afforded them with solar energy because we have summer all year round in Africa. We are using our natural resources. We are not alone in this. And so most of our tertiary hospitals, Komon-Tok Hospital, the maternity center, PCM, are always solarized, if I can use that word. And so we have renewable energy around the clock, and all our PHUs, more than 200 of them right across the country, have been solarized as part of that evidence. And so we are able to improve the quality of services in most of these centers. And when you have sustainable energy in the peripheral health unit or the tertiary hospital, it becomes really more plausible to digitalize the entire system. So as we speak now, We are being commended for what we do. We are digitalizing our entire system. Even as we speak, as was alluded by His Excellency the President, our maternal mortality has decreased by almost 80%. And that is phenomenal. Countries are flooding in to see how do we do it in such a short period of time. Not only have we reduced maternal mortality, we continue to build upon that. The whole of the Liberian Ministry of Health and the other countries came to Sierra Leone to learn from us how do we do it. And we continue to build upon that. Even in Ella's maternal mortality, we used to have 40% postpartum hemorrhage accounting for that. We now have medication that are heat stable carbetocin to make sure that we take care of this 40% maternal mortality. And not only that, digitalization has been very ambitious on our agenda. All our 300 to 400,000 pregnancies around the countries are now captured on a digital platform. We call it the Breast Track or Cobra app. And in New England, you are welcome to visit there. We monitor all around the country. And the area of primary healthcare, again, our peripheral health units now, we're going to digitalize all of them. I was in Addis Ababa. Very soon we're going to have all of them on the platform on my computer so that I can sit in the office and monitor all the peripheral health units right across the country. More than 200 of them. That's going to bring a lot of increased quality of service because we can do it as a Minister of Health. And not only that, also in the area of human resource, as we said, we have given since before 2018 there was a monitoring of PIN codes. No code was taking place. Yeah. After that, since 2018 to date, we have recruited over 8,000 health workers, giving the PIN codes. And now, this year again, we are going to recruit another 3,000 for next year. And this one is going to be digital. It's a very transparent process. You don't need to leave your patient in the peripheral health unit, the hospital, to come to you again. It's been digitalized. You apply online, very transparent. You upload your document. You'll be interviewed. The best of candidates will be taken to serve our health center because we believe in His Excellency the President. And also we do it to stand on that. And then also in the area of human resource, we continue to make big inroads. Sierra Leone, we are one of the affairs of West Africa in education, and we are building upon that legacy. We've got a postgraduate college of health sciences, specialties. We are all training our own health specialties in Sierra Leone to make sure that we stand the test of time. And when they go out to compete, the last one we sent to for a standard exam, 100% of them up and pass the exam. Sierra Leoneans were very smart about it. And also, even our medical school, we are being digitalized. When I studied medicine in this country, we used to have live cadaver. Now we have a digitalized cadaver that can be really, certainly the president was there to see it in action, to make sure that we compete with the rest of the world, as most of us who are trained in Sierra Leone, we went outside in this country, we were able to stand the test of time. We are back and we are going to build upon that legacy to make sure we have improved quality of health service in this country. And also the area of human resource as well, we are making big inroads, making sure that we build centers of excellence, the hospital facilities in Komon-Tok Pediatric Center of Excellence in Lumley. We are making as a country big inroads irrespective of where you come from. We look at everybody to make sure that we leave no one behind. And in the area of fossil drugs and supply chain management, in the whole of Africa, that has been a big headache. We have developed an app in Sierra Leone now. We call it the M-Supply, developed in Sierra Leone that has gained the attention of the world. They are coming to learn from us to make sure that every medication they touch now is accounted for right across the country. So proliferation, stock out is going to think of the past in the coming years to come, months to come. An area of diagnostics. As we said, we have added 104 new PHUs, and some of these have been upgraded to peripheral health clinics. The difference is that the clinics now have 8 of them right across the country, from Bombali to Pujol to everywhere. They have operating theaters. They now have diagnostic capabilities. That's going to reduce the pressure on the main areas of healthcare delivery, as we say. And so these 4 thematic areas, we carry them into the 4 areas of what we do. In the pandemic response, health security. When Ebola came, we are not prepared as a country. We lost thousands of our compatriots to Ebola. But now we have a national public health agency established to take care of pandemics. And we have so mastered the art of pandemics, preparedness and response, that when Madbox struck in Wuhan, today they reached out to Sierra Leone for help. We sent 20 of our best team there. They were able to put the situation under control. They came back at heroes. So we have mastered the issue of pandemic response. Proud as South Africa, proud as Sierra Leone, that we are leaders of the legacy of successful president. And even when the Mpox came, it took us unaware. It took us a while for us to realize that the presentation was different in Sierra Leone, but leading by science, we realized that it was sexually transmitted. We took out the cases into treatment facilities, and today we are just in more period for Mpox. That's what we do as a Minister of Health, and we're very proud that pandemic response, we continue to build the necessary infrastructure as we've done, even with the Kush epidemic. That is the solving. We've got a clear-cut pathway now. We are fighting two of them in parallel, but now that we have put that one under control, we are moving ahead aggressively to put the Kush issue under control. Again, we have the necessary infrastructure built to make sure that we take the patient into facilities again, and we have changed the laws. Governance is something very much dear to Sierra Leone. We have changed the laws of the drug laws in Sierra Leone. The 2001 law was not fit for purpose. Now we have separated the professional from the products, and we have now regulated something that's never been regulated in Sierra Leone, the substances they used to make kush. So we now know, we have analyzed the kush, we know where they come from, we are going to close the tap off scheme while we move on the necessary things. So ladies and gentlemen, I think we have done so much in the area of referral system, supply chain management, referral system, ambulances. As my honorable minister, colleague said, we have ambulances right across the country. The referral system has been revamped, it's been digitalized. And we are so ambitious. We have a problem. The riverine areas, the ambulances don't get there. As a Minister of Health, we're looking for innovation. We're challenging ourselves. And I will speak now, we've got a solution, a boat that uses both fuel as well as solar energy, the hybrid system. That's going to be servicing the riverine area in the coming months. So we are always looking for more and more, because we are one of the assets of West Africa in so many areas. So I think we are going to work towards that very much indeed, much to the legacy of His Excellency the President. So I think, Mr. Speaker, honoring members, those are my short interventions.
Address this house on the Connaught issues.
The Connaught Hospital, there are two things we manufacture in this country: oxygen and hand sanitizer. We are putting oxygen plants right across the country. So in Connaught Hospital, one of the first one we have a vibrant oxygen plant. I don't think we will never run out of oxygen in Connaught Hospital. What will happen will be the concentrator that we use, that we take maybe at that point in time, there may be a drop in the concentration that we use for one patient to the other. But oxygen is never, in fact, we are changing the whole thing now that we have the new intensive care unit, oxygen comes directly from the wall right onto the patient. We no longer need to use that whole method of the thing. And the issue of bed linen, I think that's a stand. I will look for more information on that people are bringing bed linen into our hospitals, because of IPC control, we don't encourage that as a Minister of Health. But it will take every one of this information with the highest level of consideration, and we'll look into it to the best result to make that it doesn't happen. That's what I was saying. Yes, this is not a practice we encourage. We totally, abhor that particular practice, and we look into it.
Mr. Minister, we have a matter here. We'll have to invite you to come, and we have a member of parliament here that has a particular experience with the Connaught Hospital. But we investigate and we ensure that you are here to listen to the issues. Are you done?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir. You may go. We invite the Minister of Health, Agriculture, the Minister of Agriculture. Yes. Yes.
Yes, I have a concern.
Which concern?
Yeah, it has to do with it.
Pardon me?
Yes,
no, I'm not opening that to debate. Please sit down. No, sit down, please. The Ministry of Health. Agriculture, sir. Sit down, Member of Parliament, sit down. We are not opening that to any debate.
What's your right?
Yes, proceed, Mr. Clark.
With the leave of the Speaker, on the same note, the Ministry of Agriculture was summoned, and among other things, the Minister is required to edify this House on the following. And the quantum of rice production up till 2018 as compared to 2019 to present. And why is it that despite the high production, about 8% as stated in the President's speech, that the cost of the locally produced rice is higher than the imported rice?
And what is happening with Tomabon? Yes, proceed.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members of Parliament, good afternoon. I am here speaking on behalf of the minister that is away, but someone needs to represent him. We all know in the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, as the name goes, we are here to serve, to feed the people. Our mandate, we are to put land under cultivation, production and productivity, to increase production and productivity, especially our staple food, rice. So if I can take you through some of the things that we have done before answering our question, Mr. Speaker, Member of Parliament, the national rice production has grown steadily, reaching over 1.38 million metric tons of paddy rice in 2024, representing an 8% increase from 2023. This has raised our national rice self-sufficiency to the level of 72%, which has been proven by the Rice Observatory and ECOWAS. Recently, I was in Egypt at the class Sierra Leone as top 10, where we stand at 7th position of rice self-sufficiency in Africa. The top 10 Africa producing rice. Our youths across both upland and lowland ecologies, IVS swamps, registered nearly 9% productivity increase. The chiefs around the country are also dedicated. Mr. Speaker, Member of Parliament, if you can give me years, then I will take you through.
Yes, proceed.
As a result, the national rice import is for by roughly 10%, saving the country an estimated $15 million in foreign exchange. The retail rice prices have dropped from 24 to 19 million per kilogram, a 20% reduction that directly benefits our consumers. If I may answer your questions, to be honest with you, our rice has been prioritized along the within the Mano River Union. Sierra Leone is feeding Liberia, Cote d'Ivoire, and Guinea. I can emphatically say it here because
honorable members,
I can emphatically say it here. When there were some issues with
Madam Minister. Honorable members, I don't want any undertones. She is not only a lady, but she is our visitor. She has been invited here to address certain issues. Please, I don't want any undertones. Allow her to present her case. She is representing her boss, the Minister of Agriculture. Please.
Last year, when Liberia had some hiccups in rice, you know what happens. Right from here, Sierra Leone was reached out to through our farmers and, of course, the importers, which we are trying to reduce importation of rice. The reason we are supporting smallholder farmers and private sectors. So for our rice, if you can attest to this, the BFP has reduced the importation of this for the food rice for the school feeding programs by 40%. They are now reaching out to the ministry, supporting women farmers, SMEs, by aggregation to buy their rice. It's all over the market. You can see our farmers are now branding our rice.
It is expensive because it has some food value, it has some medical value. Ministry of Health can attest to it that our rice is of importance when it comes to diabetic patients because it has reduced the starch content. Sierra Leone is amongst from Nigeria, Sierra Leone, I think we are the most forwarding in terms of parboiled rice. I visited Uganda 2 years ago. They don't even know what is parboiled rice. You look at their rice, it's still like any other rice, like the Chinese rice. When you cook today, tomorrow it has got rotten. Otherwise, our rice is valued. You can cook today, leave it for 2 days, leave it in our pots, and it doesn't get rotten. In the district of Komon-Tok, there is a data, and I have a fancy technical person that can attest to that. The government, the ministry have supported Komon-Tok district, to be specific, 400 hectares of holy land, 60 hectares of IBS that we have now prioritized. We have put under premium under IBS because it has high yield in terms of rice production. Mr. Speaker, honorable members of parliament, there is an honorable member here, my good friend, Rugiatu Kamara can attest to that. The Ministry of Agriculture has supported her in rice production. I have been to her place in the district, in Tonkalili district. In Tonkalili district, the ministry has supported her. I was there and I found we have worked together to feed the nation. Along the line, the ministry also connecting farmers to market, 420 kilometers have been will be constructed by the AVDP project, wherein I was also part of that to launch 11 in the Bond district that is currently under construction. That notwithstanding, we cannot only be constructing, grading the feeder roads. We all know the government, of course, the head of, I don't know how we call him, one of the honorables said that this government, through our SCARE project, the World Bank funded project, we have currently launched the Senon Bridge. We are awaiting the Genama Bridge, and it's already done. We are just waiting on the president to fix a date to launch that. Manoa is like 85%, Tompare is around 70 to 80%. So you can see that the government is doing so much work. Why? To connect farmers to market and to reduce their post-harvest loss. In terms of mechanization, youth empowerment, women and youth, I want to tell this honorable house that it's a privilege for me and I'm proud. And I say thanks to the President, Dr. Julius Madabio, that appointed me to work with the women in the ministry, to support them, to advocate them. Wherein we have the Pillar 6, empowering women and youth. My auntie says she can attest to that we have been in communication and have been supporting women and young people to put rice under cultivation. Recently, one of our projects trained 175 young people as tractor operators. By next year, you will see more increase in that. The Tomabo issue. I can say this offhand that we have Islamic Development Bank supporting the Tomabo project, the Badia, and of course, government counterpart funding. What is left with Tomabo is irrigation. And that one also is ongoing. Our feeder roads is ongoing. Tomabon is just one part of the project. We also have an extension of Tomabon project to Gambia, where it is one of our 8 hubs producing rice. Somebody was talking about well, this was really directed to scaling up nutrition, but we are working together. Recently, the president was in Rukupu that launched our our seed lab, and also a Sierra Leone specific aflasafe strain. What do we mean by aflasafe? There is something on maize and granules. They call the mold. That one is bitter when you eat granule. We have that training from Nigeria, the Institute of International Tropical Agriculture, and are training our researchers to reduce the contents of that. It can also be affected by rice from the field and even to the store. And that's intervention of the chemical is called aflasafe. So be rest assured that the Scaling Up Nutrition is working with FLARI and Ministry of Agriculture to see how we can reduce the toxicity of this aflatoxin in our foods. Through enabling program, also the Jara University training 1,000 young people through agribusinesses, 61 graduates and 37 of them were women that have received $3.4 million as a startup grant launch, which I know my village or my district also, Bon district, benefited, some youth benefited. IWASMI also is a woman-led program under the UNDP. $24.4 million grants have been given to 100 women in rice enterprises, building their leadership in processing, marketing, cooperative management. So far, so good, Mr. Speaker, honorable members of Parliament. I can go on and on and on. These are the few issues I think I have addressed. If there is anything more you want, you can ask my technical people or wait on the honorable minister. But so far, thank you for the attention and thank you for giving me this privilege.
They yarn about the things we the hold strong. Political talks, we know go shine. Migration stories should know go die. Entertainment, we go dance to the beat. Health and well-being, make we rise from a seat. It's not a platform, we go speak the truth for the young and the old. Now we voice we do. Come on, talk. Talk. We the talk and right, we the talk and clear. From Sierra Leone to everywhere. Oh yeah. Come on, talk. Come make me hear. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not Komon-Tok, in case you don't know. Oh, yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet mama alone. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salon. Anytime where you be, anytime where you go, anything you did do, it no matter. Oh yeah. Now we putting up Tangawa, it's a Sierra Leone. Let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. We'll bring information about salon. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. We'll bring information about salon. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tuning Komon-Tok. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tuning Komon-Tok.
Attention and thank you for giving me this privilege.
No more tears, no more sorrow. We go truth must show. Come on, talk together, we go grow. Feel the rhythm, feel the beat. Come on, talk, where the minds go meet. Talk. We the talk and right, we the talk and clear from Sierra Leone to everywhere. Oh yeah. Come on, talk. Come make me hear. From the streets of Freetown to the world beyond, we dey yarn about the things we dey hold strong. Political talks, we no go shy. Migration stories should no go die. Entertainment, we go dance to the beat. Health and well-being, make we rise from we seat. It's not a platform, we go speak the truth for the young and the old. Now we voice we do. Come on, talk, you go hear me loud. We no go